Parents and teachers serve children best when they're able to develop a partnership focused on providing each child with meaningful learning opportunities. Valid partnerships arise in the midst of openness and effective communication.
Effective communication in the home-school sphere is really about bi-directional exchange. Many times in early childhood programs, we're very good at pushing information out to families, and that is a key important feature of programs. But it is also important to solicit information back from families, meaningful information that can inform the child's progress, learning, and development.
Parents need to know you value their insights. It's up to teachers and administrators to set the stage for two-way communication.
Sometimes I think as a parent, we sort of wonder, like, what's going on? I wonder what's happening and all of that, because the child, our kids like to tell us about school a little bit, but I don't think we get some of the details and some of the complexities of things that are going on. So that relationship is really important, in knowing that I can go to the teacher and actually either express concerns or positive things that I think are going on, or just having that communication and dialogue is really important to me.
I would say don't back away. I feel like over communication is the way to go with parents. Just the reality is this may not be their only child, or they have 8 different things they're juggling. And if that teacher has the time and kind of the patience to do the over communication, I think the parent would perceive that as, hey, this person really cares about my child and his or her growth, and when they're here with me, let me kind of take that communication as a form of love and accept it.
The timing, substance, and tone of interactions with parents will vary with each family. Learning how to relate comfortably with families is a skill that improves with experience.
I think every relationship is different per family, just like it is with a child. But some families you immediately connect with right away. And other families, they're a little bit more reserved because of possible previous experiences. So when I say I take their lead, I kind of let them lead that relationship, and then from there, we take it in whichever direction. So some families I know I can be more casual with, and I can bring in some more humor. Other families I might be a little bit more reserved with, and I keep it to like, hi, how are you doing? So it really varies based on the parent's temperament and how welcoming and open they are with me.
Parents are likely to be more open to partnerships when teachers invite participation in the classroom, and when programs initiate group projects that benefit the entire learning community.
I think being personally involved. So for instance, with our outdoor classrooms, we have 2 outdoor classrooms. Whenever it was time to move 15 tons of dirt, I was out there with the parents in my work clothes and wheelbarrows, and it was 5:30 at night. We were moving the dirt together. I'm going to be out there all day today with them and the kids planting. So some people can see how the administrator is always in the suit and tie and getting the budget figured out and how to run the building, but for me, it's the personal relationships that actually come before any of that.
The key to building personal relationships is communication.
We've tried a lot of different methods, and what I've found is one method doesn't work for everybody. And so it's really important for us to try different things and to try to reach people on different levels and try to see what works for which people and how we can be effective in communicating with everybody, but also thinking about our time too, because our goal is, our job is to be with the children, working with the children, and we have lives outside of the children too. So just trying to use different forms of communication that reach as many people as possible.
Personally, what I do is I use an online communication tool. So I've at least about half of my parents sign up for that, so that we're in contact regularly. I'll send them updates about what we're doing for the week, or if we have something special coming up, I'll let them know. And then they can message me any concerns they have or any questions that they have. I've had parents email me, say, hey, I didn't understand this math problem, can you tell me how I'm supposed to do this? And I can answer them right away. So technology is definitely a plus.
Remember, technology is just one tool. Written notes, newsletters, phone calls, and face-to-face conversations are also valuable ways to exchange information. Inevitably, communication challenges do happen.
They might not know any English, but just a hi, just to, eye contact and a smile. Because some teachers, they don't understand me, so just no. Even if you go like, hi, good morning, how are you? That will be awesome for these parents. To acknowledge their presence, their support. Read with your student. Use more your gestures. Read a book. You to him. A lot of since I teach English, I do a lot of that too, because if they are not understanding my language, they are understanding my body language. A language is not a barrier if we don't make it the barrier. It's up to us sometimes.
Even when language isn't a barrier, conflicts can occur. Teachers can feel that parents may be unwilling to work with them to build a partnership.
And it's something that's probably the biggest professional challenge many of us have. How do I really not take it personally? And I have to really sort of think about what is that family going through? What is that mother going through? What is that father going through? Because for many cases, we don't know. We really don't know what happened the night before, what's happening with their job, what's happening in their home situation, okay? And here we are trying to make a judgment out of a situation that I have no knowledge about. So therefore, if anything, again, how can I be consistent and just being positive?
If you and that family member just are really struggling to find that common ground, taking advantage of the other teacher in the room to maybe be the middle ground, the safe neutral party. But then my second piece of advice would also just be consistency, making sure that that teacher is consistent in their expectations of the family member. Consistency doesn't need to be a firm or a malicious thing. It just needs to, families are going to respond better when expectations are clear and consistent.
Unresolved conflicts can ruin relationships. When a parent is upset, it's best to acknowledge her feelings and work to lower the emotional temperature of the discussion. Try to avoid being defensive.
The first task that ever do, we apologize. Okay, I'm so sorry you feel that way. I'm so sorry this has happened. With no blame one side or the other. Because what happens, parent needs to feel reassured. I am listening to you. I know that you have something that really concerns you deeply. Whenever possible, use their name during any kind of heated exchange. Because if I hear my name, I minimize it. And then listen actively. Listen actively. Please never do this behind a desk, okay? Face to face, body to body, because you need to hear the entire body, the facial expression, and she needs to see your entire body as well, that you're reassured, that you're comfortable in having this exchange.
Being comfortable in yourself and in the goals and approach of your program is reassuring for parents. Confidence, in combination with openness and humility, makes a great impression on families.
I think the first impression is most critical because in my position, I feel that I'm the weather of the program. And I dictate what the program looks like and the expectations of the program and the environment in which the program thrives. Again, I feel like I need to set the expectations up here, not only for teachers, but for parents, so that they know that their child's in good hands, because ultimately, You know, it's very scary for a first-time parent or any parent to entrust someone with their most precious gift, their child. So I want them to know when they walk in the door that this is a safe, welcoming, nurturing environment. And ultimately, I feel like that's my goal. I want them to feel welcome and just know that this is an amazing place and that we are going to support them and their child each and every day.